in the previous video, we discussed that how the lifecycle method, that is componentWillUnmount, is implemented and how it works, right? So we need to use effect, right? Now let's talk about one more lifecycle method, that is componentWillUnmount. Now what is this componentWillUnmount? So componentWillUnmount is basically you are defining some action that has to be executed before the component gets killed, right? Now what is the action which we can do here in the timer component? So if you can see, whenever the component gets mounted, we are initializing a counter, we are starting a counter by using the set interval, right? Now let me also add a log, and I'll say interval call, right? If I log it, you can see every 1 second you will see this log. But if I remove it from here and if I save, what do you think is going to happen? If I save, still you can see that the logs are still coming even though the component is unmounted, even though the component died, but still you are able to see. The reason is that the set interval is still running because we initialized it, we set to start an interval, and it's still running. We haven't killed it, right? So when do we want to kill it? We want to kill it when the component will die, right? So the way we are going to do is, in use effect, the callback function which we are defining, in that we can return a function, and the body of this function will be executed whenever the component is going to die, right? So what we can do is we can create a reference interval, and we can say clear interval, and I'll pass the reference of what interval I want to clear, right? So I want to clear this interval. And if I save this, things may not be very much evident. Let me bring back the timer. Now you can see the logs are coming, interval called. But the moment I remove it, see, now you're not seeing any more logs. The reason is that we defined what has to happen when the component is about to remove, right? When the component is about to get killed, right? So this is the lifecycle method, that is componentWillUnmount. So you are defining some action what has to be done before the component gets unmounted, right? So the way we have done it, we have again used the use effect hook, and in the callback we have added a return statement, and in the return statement we are returning a function, right? And whatever is the body of the function will be executed before the component gets killed or unmounted, right? So this way is also referred sometimes as a cleanup function, right? Basically you are writing a cleanup function. It's a cleanup function that has to be executed before the component gets unmounted, right? So this is the lifecycle method componentWillUnmount. Thank you guys.